Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
Second and 12. From the gun, it's Haskins. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. 20, 10, touchdown, Washington. Steven Sims Jr., his first touchdown on the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Goff. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Goff. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. A gain of 6 there on first. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. 6 yards there. First down, L.A.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 6.
Second and 6.
Get the ball. Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch.
They'll run for the first time with Trenton Cannon. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Taken down at the 43-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. From the gun, here's Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
13-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase them.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now it's Haskins. Steps away. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, if you have man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
41's the mic. 41's the mic. Check 41.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. The throw taken in by Sims. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. And he powers his way up past the 30.
The ball carrier.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
41's coming. 41's the mic.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. Flush to his right. Got an open man. Finds Gibson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
41's the mic. Check 41.
They'll hand it off. It's Love. And he stopped immediately there. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
41 Mike. 41 Mike. Too little.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins going up top. And that's caught inside the 35. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. We got 3. We got 3.
Now the 1st down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
Pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Hey, alert 48.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
It'll be Love to try and get the first. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the run. Double tight, double tight. 3 down.
Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. And that's complete. It's Sims. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Washington on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run here with Barber. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
A 27-yard attempt.
Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not getting too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Brandon, I know it's hard to believe sometimes that a guy who was rated in the top 5 running backs in the draft could be a little bit underrated, but I thought that about Cam Akers, one of my favorite runners in this draft. We just saw that ability right there. Great vision, terrific speed, has the power to run through tackles and make big plays. Remember, he was a #1 high school kid coming out. Now he's exhibiting that talent in the NFL.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap for Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Off play action to Akers. Here's Goff. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Montez Sweat in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at about the 28. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down.
Hey, 4-1's Mike, 4-1.
turn to Love on the handoff. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah.
He was up.
A lot of the time
He
we
was
just
up.
blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
33 yards on the play.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Goff. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Deep ball.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Throwing again is Goff. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line.
11-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Terry McLaurin. That's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 5.
Washington on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
48, Mike. 48, Mike. Tackle. Check, 48 to Mike.
Operating from the gun, Haskins. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. And the return will stop right around the 25. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Ryan Kerrigan in on the stop. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 20-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Akers.
A tough run there for Cam Akers, rookie out of Florida State. And while he has some experience in that while in college, Remember, the Rams' offensive line was inconsistent last year, too. They're trying to get better. But while he was in college, oftentimes he would hesitate maybe a little bit too long behind the line of scrimmage, looking for the big run. Here in the NFL, put your foot in the ground, get your shoulders down, and get what you can.
7 yards the pickup. First down, L.A.
And a Rams first down.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. They'll run here with Raymond Calais. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 10-yard line.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing on third, Goff. Toward the pylon, caught. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run for it with Akers. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Cam Akers, as the first half is winding down. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
And that is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
On 2nd and 7, Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin. This is intercepted. Troy Hill picks it.
Pass intercepted by the Rams. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own.
From the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. 2nd and 7 from the 20. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And that going to hit in the end zone as we restart things here in the second half with a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Goff. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A huge play that time for the Rams. 42 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Calais. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I would think as a play caller, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Value three. Hey, lift.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 30, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 14-7. Taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Their own 46-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking.
Yet again, Haskins is intercepted. Third time. Taylor Rapp with a pick.
Making it happen,
and he will score. Touchdown, LA. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Back at the 20-yard line.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Haskins. And he'll find Hall. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Complete to Terry McLaurin. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
On 3rd down, it's Gibson. Room here to run. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with his first career NFL touchdown. And Washington has taken the lead.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll go again here with Akers. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Decided to hit it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain. They'll
fake the give. Now Goff. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up in that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
From the gun on third down, Goff. It's caught, Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Taken down at the 40.
The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis. Play action. It's gone. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the fourth and final quarter. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Goff now to throw. They'll find Everett there, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line, 25-yard line. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On the deal, this is Akers. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Going right back to Akers. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The Rams on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
The Rams on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they left little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37.
41 Mike, 41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike.
Here's Haskins to throw. Open man here, Sims complete. Touchdown, Washington! Steven Sims with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. On the return is Henderson. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And this shot downfield on second down is brought in and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Van Jefferson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Rams have got this back to a one-score game. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Haskins, escaping the pressure right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
48 Mike, 48 Mike. Let's go, baby, turnover, get that ball. Get that ball.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
2nd and 6.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
Hey, 4-1 Mike. Hey, watch the slate.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, We're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. To throw on 2nd and 6. Haskins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
They'll take
a critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
3-yard line.
Gone. A quick pass to Cup. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
At the 17-yard
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Akers. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line.
They'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Van Jefferson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Rams can grab the lead if they hit the extra point. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
On the return, Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass.
He's got a man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
At the 39-yard line.
Now it's Haskins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They'll keep it on the ground. Akers. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for the Rams, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
the calendar changed. October didn't help as they dropped to 0-5 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.